to own it. Just wanted to take the time, learn all the things that I could about you. Now it's such a mess here. Oh, we are just stressed here. Used to be so easy with you.
How you doing today, Rob?
Unbelievable.
How come you're not in costume? You were supposed to come in costume.
Oh, shoot. I've been very busy. It's Halloween season, and there's a lot to get done.
I can only imagine. What happened last year with Halloween?
It was kind of a downer. It was kind of slow. People, the demand is a little slower. People don't have as much money. So
are people making their own costumes?
I don't know if they're making it. I think they're just dialing down their purchases right now for a lot of things.
But they would still need to get the materials, the side, because you have the pieces for. If people are making their own costumes, they can still come to get the accessories from you.
Yeah, so maybe if they spend $100, maybe they're spending $75. So, but they're still buying things that.
One of my friends today said she went to the competition.
Oh.
That starts with an S. And I said, oh, you need to go to, over there. She goes, oh, I do. And I told her, she goes, oh, I'm sure we'll find something to buy over there. We'll go over there.
Yeah, I mean, I've got as much selection or more, and my prices are better. I go out and shop it.
Right. I noticed that. I noticed how clean the store is. I still can't get over how clean your store is.
Yeah, we just don't have the large presentation, but we have as much as this compact because all of our costumes are in the back. We have a wall full of costumes, 52 feet. There's probably 400 or 500 costumes.
Oh my goodness. I love it. Okay, so what's the big thing this year that people are dressing up as? There's got to be a popular one.
Well, right now the craze that we're getting a lot of requests for is K-pop. Have you heard about K-pop?
Oh yeah, okay.
But it's not available anywhere, but I just sourced it and it's shipping out tomorrow. I'll have it next week and will be probably exclusive in the area. Because Spirit says they have it, but there's nothing there. There's nothing online even.
They're lying about their...
Well, they said maybe coming soon or something. Maybe.
Oh, we said their name. I wasn't going to say their name, man. We're not...
Who?
Exactly. Yeah. Remember, no such thing as bad publicity, so you can't give them a plug. But no, I love how you guys have survived. You've got on, and you own all the ones locally, right?
Yes, we're locally owned, based out of Visalia.
So it's Visalia, Fresno, Clovis. How many locations?
West Shaw and Blythe out by the Costco on West Shaw. And then Clovis is Clovis and Shaw, next to Marshall's. And then we're up in River Park, next to the old Babies R Us, next to the old Big Lots. And now it's going to be Crunch Fitness.
Okay, so there's three. There's three in Fresno, and then there's still one in Visalia.
Yeah. And then I used to be in Bakersfield, but then I divested that when I joined a different company.
Oh, wow. And then you're going to be close to Professor Toys then, the one that you have in River Park.
River Park, I call it about a block and a half away. Professor Toy does really well. It's actually, it doesn't make sense. People are spending more money there.
Oh, yeah, because things are actually more expensive there, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of silly, but yeah.
Oh, wow. So what are you going to dress up as this year?
I don't know. I played golf last week. I dressed as a golfer. We were doing a dress-up theme for a charity. I don't know, maybe like a flight suit, like a pilot or something like that. You
can always do things the last minute. You have so many to choose from. Is it just like that day you go to a party, you're like, okay, I guess I'll do this one today?
Yeah, you could do like a taco and a hot dog, or plug in a socket, or lock in a key. There's all kinds of couple costumes that we have too.
What do you think when things come by and you are buying them and seeing what Dario is like, oh wow, it's a great idea because you get to see all the cool stuff before anyone else does.
I saw a lot of it, but at my house I'd probably do a poor job of decorating because we're just busy and my kids don't help. So, but there's a lot. We have great props. I source some of it from China and I get good prices, and I compete with like even Lowe's. I check my prices and make sure I'm like the same price or better.
That's really cool that everyone could go there. And then the great thing is that's a great last minute place to go because you don't always even know if you're going to a party or whatever. Yeah,
and for Halloween, that grew my business over the years. And so my intent is every year to have carryover, although it's been a little slow, a lot more carryover lately. But if I have a lot of goods for people last minute, they'll remember where to go next year because they can come like a day or two before and still come up with a nice costume.
That is really cool. So I know you've had some celebrity signings and cool stuff out there. What have you guys done this year?
Well, this is something I did about 20 years ago. I had some really big people, but then there's the new cons that are out there, and they make a lot of money on weekends. But back in the day, I had Kane Hodder and R.A. Mihailoff. Kane was Jason a few times, and R.A. was Leatherface. So I brought that back. Actually, I had Butch Patrick, too, Eddie Munster, one year.
Oh, wow.
But the last couple of years, I had Dave Sheridan, who played Doofy on Scary Movie, and Be on the lookout. There's a new one coming out next summer. They're filming right now. And then Felissa Rose, she came last year. And then this year, I had a couple guys. I had Robert Mukes. He's 6'10". He played Rufus in House of a Thousand Corpses. And then the other guy was Brett Wagner, and he was a Leatherface in the 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Wow.
And he does other stuff.
That is so cool. So you do get a lot of like different people coming and getting autographs and stuff. That's got to be fun to see like older fans and like newer people coming
Yeah,
up.
if the word gets out, I mean, back in the day, there weren't as many cons, and so we had people lined up out the door all the way along a wall to get autographs. Now it's like, I think it's kind of diluted now because there's every weekend you can go somewhere, even in California, probably every month, and do a con and find.
But it's still cool to have that like in the Central Valley. You're still bringing some cool people that wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So
definitely, yeah. But want to let them know this is the place to go for Halloween and go check out these guys.
Wow. And so what are you hearing about? Like, do people say, hey, we want to see more of this or less of this or any of that when they come in the store? Not really.
I'm not as in the stores as much, and I'm not getting a lot of feedback. It sounds like we've been doing a pretty good job.
Well, yeah, you said you ran out and got the K-pop thing because you heard the demand. And you're like, I'm going to go do this.
Yeah, we're all over that. So we hear something that's,
and that's cool. That's cool that you're listening and you'll go and get it for everybody.
Yeah, and it's one of those like, where can I find it? And we found a source through my party group. So yeah, worked out.
At Couples Costumes, that's good that you store a lot of those.
Yeah, you could do, Roman toga or, I don't know. I'm just thinking about devil and a angel, things like that. There's a lot of things that are actually made for couples as well. So
do they have the guy be the angel and the girl be the devil, or is it depends?
Whatever, pick it.
They have both. They have all the options.
Yeah, this year and next year are pretty good adult Halloweens because it's on the weekend. It's Friday.
I know. Finally, we can actually have a fun time.
So you can do an extra weekend. You get November 1st, Saturday as well.
Oh, I like that. That's right. There's more options now. We haven't had that in like what? 5 years?
Yeah, I don't know. It takes like, it's like 7 days in the calendar, but the leap year in there, so it throws it off.
So yeah, we get like, every 5 years this happens. So you guys better go to a nice. Are you going to go to a party this year?
I don't think we have time.
You get over by that time. It's not
Too
fun.
tired.
Huh? Yeah, because you have to work so hard.
Yeah, it's the money season. It's our Christmas.
And then they're pretty good. Your store's really good about if it's not at one location, they'll call the other location to see if they have it.
Yeah, we try to help people, but it's really hard at Halloween. They'll call and say, "Hey, do you have this costume?" It's like we have radios we can check, but sometimes it's just there's lines of people and it's hard. So if you come to our store, you can usually find it, and if we don't have it, we can check the store while you're there and see if it's another one.
That's cool. I love it. And then didn't you go to a con this year? Didn't you go? Or you had a booth at one of them. You've gone to some of the
the Halloween Expo, Hot Mirror Expo.
Yeah,
that's great. I'm going to do it again and expand next year. That's everybody there for Halloween.
So did you guys sell stuff there, or you just promote the store?
I tried to sell some stuff, but it was more for display to let people know I had lots of props and little stuff. And
so I bet that was pretty cool because that's kind of the first time you ever did anything like that.
Yeah.
Huh?
And then there's some more celebrities I met that I can bring in the next couple of years.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
How fun. Was that a good turnout? That was at the fairgrounds, right?
Yeah, the first year I was kind of thinking, what's going on here? So I didn't do it. And I went and saw it, and I'm like, kicked myself. I should have done it. So I contacted them. I'm like, I'm going to do it with you guys now. So I did 5 booths, and then I might do 7, like a whole wall next year. And then probably bring some things in to sell, because people are buying a lot of things there.
That is so exciting. That's so cool. They have that. And so is there still others going on in the country that you guys call and talk to with it? Because I know when it was one company and then you changed it to another company.
Yeah, I was like independent, then I went to the dark side, but now I'm back to independent last couple of years.
So there's no one to really talk to? Or?
Actually, I started a group 30 years ago in 1995. It's called PFA, Paper First Affiliates. So I went back to my original roots. There's 300 plus stores, and we're all over the country. We don't compete with each other, so we buy as a collective and share ideas and.
That's awesome. You guys buy collectively?
Yeah, that's how I can import. We can bring in multiple things as a group.
That is so smart. You started it?
Yeah, it's like I think I'm the only surviving member. A lot of those guys are pretty old back then, and there was only 8 of us, and representing 20 stores. Everybody thought we were crazy, and it ended up turning into a big animal. And it's the only thing left in the industry now, actually.
Wow. Well, that makes sense because people are gonna get them all like there. They get one shipload and it comes and you guys all split
we
up.
split up in LA and we have a logistics company and ship it all over the country.
Oh my goodness. And then is everything getting exported in a timely fashion, or do you order stuff and then sometimes it doesn't come in time?
Well, with the tariffs this year, some of the stuff was delayed into August and the beginning of September, but we got through it.
Got through it for Halloween.
Some of the prices were bumped up a little bit, but not drastically. But we'll see how it goes next year.
Did you go to any cool conventions this year? Because I know you went to the candy convention one time. You go to like these cool, outrageous conventions I never even heard about.
Sweets and snacks, that's candy and health foods and all kinds of things, snacks. And then I do a Halloween party expo. And then my group has a yearly conference, the Paper First. We're doing Vegas next year. It was Palm Springs last year.
Who chooses that?
The group. They try to find a venue which is affordable where everybody can show up. So it's Palm Springs last year. That's pretty nice.
So it's a different, like
they
every
move
year.
it around. They try to move it geographically, but it's kind of been over here for a few years.
That is really exciting. So if somebody wanted to like start up their own like store in another area, you could like guide them through it.
Sure.
You could be the mentor for the Halloween.
It's pretty hard in California right now to open a business, but I would help them if they want to try it.
You help them in another area. That's really awesome. So online, is everything selected so we can see online on your website? No, what?
No, it's, we've been trying to get it up and running. I'm hoping this week we'll launch a soft launch, and we have just balloons and candy. There's just so much we want to start slow and work our way up. So next year we'll have Halloween in there for sure.
So we have to go in the store to see what we need to get. Yeah,
it's difficult. I know we're not with the 21st century yet, but we're working on it.
Well, I mean, basically we're all local, so we should come in there and try. You know what I mean?
It's one of those. I still think it's a business. You can't buy everything online. You have to come in and see it and experience it and touch it and buy it.
Touch it and buy it.
Yeah. Just don't break it. Yeah. Then you buy it.
Well, if you break it, you can't return it. How are returns typically? I know you guys are.
We have a pretty good policy. I mean, we take anything back at any time for any reason. Generally, we put the sign up, 30 days. But at Halloween, we generally we put a orange tag on the receipt that staple it and says all sales final the last 7 days, because it's so much stuff coming and going. But if somebody came in and they had a problem, like grandma bought the little boy the wrong size costume, we work with them and we exchange or give them a store credit. So we're not inflexible.
That's really good.
Yeah, we try to be friendly about it.
That's actually really nice that they do that. So no Halloween parties this year, man. I was wondering where everybody was going this year.
I don't know. I think there's one at an Elks Club. Maybe we'll go. I don't know.
I think that all eyes are on you. They're like, what is he going to be this year? They know you're the costume man. You have all the costumes.
Yeah, it's kind of lame though to wear one of your costumes in your store. You want to be more original. So.
But you have
probably
everything.
Make one.
You're the one that has everything.
Maybe I'll do Andy Kaufman or something like that.
I thought you were going to come as that. And if you do make your own costume, you have to use all the props from your store.
Of course, yeah. We have hair and makeup, masks, wigs, robes. I mean, you name it. Body wear. I think you have anything you need, and we do it year round. We have an aisle that's year round for decades. If you want to have an 80s party, we'll have 80s stuff. If you want to have a Roaring 20s party, we'll have the Roaring 20s.
So I know people come and they get a lot of the stuff for their parties. When they have a party, they'll get all their birthday stuff, all their decorations and whatever. Do you work with party rental companies?
No, we don't actually.
You never work with them?
Many people ask all the time for tables and chairs. It's just a business I don't want to be in. And,
I imagine that's a business you want to be in. But I wondered if you worked with any, because a lot of people use your decorations and then you use theirs. You tried and they said no.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who the premier people are. Even in Visalia, it dropped out. They went out of business. So. That's a good idea. Be able to refer people to certain. If anybody hears it, maybe contact me if you're in that business.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, that's where we're gonna have to start the business where you guys all work. You guys basically can make a party together.
Sure. Yeah, there's clowns. There's a balloon. We're gonna probably get in more balloons, like balloon decorating.
And I know you helped some people before that were last minute. They came in for a lot of balloons. Yeah,
we sell them out the door, but balloon clusters and stuff like that. But I'm thinking about doing arches and garlands and things like that. That either we can make them for you, you can pick them up, or maybe we can bring them on site.
Oh, that would be awesome.
There's always a lot of requests for that. And balloon delivery, that's one of the things we'll be doing here soon when we get online.
Really?
Yeah, DoorDash will deliver it for you.
So a person's birthday, and are you gonna pop out and then be like sing too?
That's an idea. Maybe we get the pop out cake.
I mean, if you're delivering,
Maybe
you might as well
jump
go. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. And then also people don't forget about Professor Toys, but I know that's more of a Christmas thing. You have
that's actually we're putting Professor Toy into the party stores as well. So it's very dead after Halloween, November and December. So it's another thing to bring people in. Clovis, there's no toy store, so why not bring a lot of toys into the store? Another reason to come shop with us. Same thing with Visalia. Now River Park is near the store, and it's a smaller store, so I'm not going to do as much. But we might do balloon decorating there instead. So
I love that. You always have new things going on, I swear. Well, everyone's going to come support the party store that's always here, not the other people.
Yeah, please. Not that S word.
Not the S word.
Or those Home Depot or Lowe's people, things like that. No.
I didn't even know they sold stuff there.
Yeah, they do a pretty good job on those props, but I'm competitive and I have some of the same stuff.
Oh, wow. Well, yes, everybody's got to support the man that's been here forever. Or
36 years as of June, and we just celebrated our 40th year in June this year, and we had a little celebration in Visalia.
And we
had the two actors came over at noon for the chamber ribbon cutting and all that.
I love that. 40 years.
So I'd like to go more than 40 years, guys. So come support us.
Come support the local business.
How about 50, you know?
Oh, yeah. That means you're not retiring anytime soon.
No, but I need to at my age. But I have some sons that maybe will help take over.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Rob. It's always a pleasure. We all got to go and get our Halloween costumes.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Fresno, Clovis, and Visalia. The Halloween party is on at Party Works. The stores are bulging with the scariest props and decorations. Bring home a life-size animated monster sure to creep out your guests at prices that are terrifying the competition. Shop early for the best selection.
Party Works, let's go to Party Works, Party Works.
Go to party-works.com for this week's savings specials.
Thank you for coming on the show today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so what's going on this weekend?
Sunday, October 19th at Porterville, California is 559 fights, the professional and amateur fights. They're going to be awesome, man. I'm excited for them.
Okay, so what have you done before with them? Have you worked with them often?
Yeah, I've worked with them for a few years, and it's been awesome, man. I record mostly the fights and for the YouTube.
So you see it all. You see all the action.
I get the up close and personal shots, and it's awesome, man. It's great being able to sit there and do my job, and at the same time enjoy these fights, because these fights are really great. These fighters are motivated and try to make an impression, and you get a lot of good outcomes for it because of it.
So who are some of the fighters that you've met?
Well, definitely the Avalos brothers, a lot of the local fighters that are coming here. I've definitely we ran into a couple of UFC stars at the last show and stuff like that.
That's really
pretty
cool. Where was the last show at?
Well, we have them in Visalia, and then we also are now having them in Porterville at Eagle Mountain Casino.
Okay, so how often is this going to go on for?
I'm not too sure on the details of how often.
But it's going to be like a thing.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be a reoccurring thing, and for sure they are reoccurring at the Visalia Convention Center. We have them there mostly, and then we are now.
But we don't know when the next one is for Visalia.
Visalia is December.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
December.
I want to say 13th.
Okay, so middle of December. So we got one this weekend and then one in Visalia. So what's going to be
Yes.
the difference between the Porterville one and the Visalia?
The Porterville is a mix. It's mostly going to be professional, but we do have a little bit of amateurs fighting on the card, but it is mostly focused on the professionals. And then the Visalia Convention Center is just mostly focused on the amateurs.
Okay, so they get a different flavor each one, and this one's going to be at the casino. So
Yes, it's definitely a different environment, with everything going on around in the casino. It's a completely different environment.
I've seen one of those at the casino. They're pretty fun.
Yeah, man, and it gets packed. We had a sold out show the first one.
Oh wow. Okay, so you did already have one out there.
Yes.
And that was.
I want to say. I can't even.
Well, that's awesome. You guys have that many shows. You can't keep track of them.
Yeah, we do. We have them almost monthly. There's only been a few times where we take a month off, but for the most part, we do have them reoccurring, or like almost every month.
That is really awesome.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
and so who puts it on?
I would say Jeremy is technically the organizer, and he's the one that puts everything together. He produces it all.
But what's it? I mean, the organization. So
the 5-5.
It's a 559 fights,
Yes.
and then just them, or is it they collab with somebody else?
No, I think it's just purely us.
Purely 559.
Yes.
Okay. I know some of these people don't collab with like this, and then it's for this.
Yeah,
and
like
this.
different promotions.
Yeah, there's like two
join
together. Like,
yeah. For the most part, I think it's just him solely. I think he's the only promoter promoting these fights. I don't think he's joining or collabing with any other promoters.
Because I know some of the people working on it, some of the announcers and stuff have been on other.
Oh yeah. I think
they go on the circuit.
Yeah, I think their interviewers and commentators are a little more flexible with jumping into other companies and working at other networks and stuff like that.
So what's some of the craziest stuff that you got footage of? I'm sure there's some cool stories you have.
I wouldn't say anything crazy other than the great knockouts that we usually have. You know what I mean? For the most part, everything's usually good and organized. I do get a lot of good crowd reactions sometimes, like the crowds dancing and stuff like that, really being into it. But for the most part, I would say the most exciting part is probably the fights and the knockouts, because these fighters, they come to fight.
Oh my gosh. And then they get hurt really bad. What's the worst you've seen?
Yeah. I've seen some people pulled out on stretchers, and it's nothing we ever really want, but it does happen often. Sometimes, they do get hurt, but it's kind of part of the game. You know what I mean? It's what they take the risk for, it's awesome.
Well, at least you haven't seen anything really crazy go down. That's
yeah. Luckily, our crowd is pretty good, and we do a really good job at making sure that we announce everything and make sure everything goes smoothly with the crowd and everything. That way there's no outside distractions, so the fighters can focus purely on the entertainment.
So who do you think gets crazier, the professionals or the amateur?
Oh man, it's so hard. But for the most part, I guess being around the amateurs more, I would say the amateurs, only just because it's like they have something to prove. They're trying to make an impression. So these guys are working extra hard to sit there and make sure they get a knockout, to make sure they put on a good performance so that they can go to the pros and they can get those eyes on them for the next step.
And the rules, I would think sometimes they probably come in not knowing the rules as much as the professionals do, huh? Because
sometimes they do have some. There are
penalties,
restrictions.
Penalties
there are restrictions compared to the amateurs and compared to the pros. It's a little bit different. So sometimes they do be forgetting and like you can't up kick or throw some certain kicks or elbows. And sometimes these fighters, when the adrenaline's going, they slip up and they catch people with certain things that they're not supposed to catch people with.
Well, I know a lot of people are doing crossover stuff now. So like all friends that are like boxing, but then are doing MMA. They're doing like both different. They're doing two different things. So I'm like, I would think that would get confusing. when they're in like this world and that world of what they can do, what they can't do.
Yeah. Sometimes it does get confusing, but luckily, for the most part, we haven't run into too many problems with that. You know, they've been pretty straightforward on knowing that they're supposed to, the amateur rules and all that. And like I said, the staff behind the whole event is really good on making sure these fighters are knowledgeable in everything.
So is it all guys, or do you have any girl fights?
There's a few girl fights. There hasn't been too many as of lately, but there are girl fights. We do have some girl fights, and
both
some,
amateur and professional. Or
yeah, and some. I haven't seen a pro yet, but I know there's gonna be. It's bound to happen. But for sure in the amateurs, we definitely do have some female fighters.
Oh my gosh, how's that? What's that like watching them fight?
It's awesome. I think it's almost just as good. It's almost just as energetic, and it gets crazy. Especially because I think some of these fighters or some of the crowd might not expect them to be as explosive, but they are. They get crazy, and it gets bloody. They get knockouts and everything.
Wow. Okay, so who are we going to see this weekend?
This weekend we get to see a lot of locals. We get to see the Avalos brothers. We get to see a few Porterville fighters who are making their pro debut and even returning back into the pro show. And so it's going to be great. It's going to be a good show.
And so we do have a lot of like pros here in the Central Valley that people probably don't know are just like here.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of the point. 4, 5, 5, 9 fights. I think that's why we started this pro show, is so that we can try and get the eyes and try and get the views and everybody spectating and seeing that there are local fighters here that are chasing a dream of being in the UFC or being seen and fighting on a bigger platform.
But they have gone like they're already pro though. Some of them are.
Yeah. And I think the next step for them is to try and get those eyes on them. You know what I mean? Once they go pro, you know, the best thing they want to do is to get people watching and people in those seats.
Which has got to be hard because they're always busy training. So a lot of times you're not always like, oh yeah, come watch me.
I always tell a lot of these fighters, because, you know, being around them so often, you kind of build relationships with them and you get to talk to them. And so I always tell them, man, 2 things they want from you is to know whether you can fight and if you can sell. And those are the 2 important things, you know, especially in the pros. They want to know if you can fight and if you can sell. And if you can do both, you'll be set.
Are a lot of these guys getting some good sponsorships?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of good fighters get sponsorships, man. If you see a lot of times where they wear their shirts, they have the shorts and all their stuff of their sponsorships, and it's good. They're able to have things covered and
that's part of selling yourself. You gotta get the sponsors. Who are some of the sponsors that you know of that are like going to be sponsoring it, like this fight?
I would say I think Ghost Energy is sponsoring the fight.
Cool.
Bud Light will be sponsoring. I know Budweiser is a sponsor. Token Farms is a sponsor.
And there's a lot that they'll sponsor like different fighters.
Yeah.
What happens if they're sponsoring 2 different fighters that are fighting against each other? I don't know how that works. I don't know if that's a you question. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I threw you a curveball with that. You're like, I know everything about the fight. That's too intricate.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that works. I'm sure there's been positions where they probably have sponsored multiple fighters, especially for local companies, because, you know, you want to sponsor the local fighters. You know, and if they look for 1 or 2, and if they're in the same weight class, I'm sure they've ran into sponsoring 2 of the 2 fighters on the same card.
May the best man win.
Whoever wins keeps their sponsor.
So you're gonna like behind the scenes, you're getting the footage, you're doing like all this stuff. Can you be verbal about who you're for? And you're like, oh, I hope that guy wins, or I hope that guy wins, or not really?
I, for the most part, am not really verbal. Like when I post, I'll post, you know, who is in the building or who's coming.
Because at this point, you must have like friends. You've been around. You must have like, I like that guy. Like,
I've built good relationships with a lot of good fighters, you know. But I think what's hard is I try not to be too good of friends with them. Well, not like that, but like
you try to keep.
I try to keep it professional, and I try to be as unbiased as I can, only because I still have to do my job, and at some points, if one of these fighters that I'm rooting for loses, and I have to use their clip, and they feel
over and over again,
and it's like, hey, you know, don't take it personal. I have to do my job. This is a good shot, and so I do my best to at least, I encourage the fighters, but I encourage both sides, you know, both of these fighters, especially if I know both of them, I'll be like, hey, you know, go out there, give your best, and I'll make sure to put it on both of them and tell both of them, that way they aren't, I'm not picking one side. I want to, but I can't.
Right, okay, so you keep it really professional.
Yeah, I try to.
How did you get involved in this particularly?
I had a friend who was a part of the company, and their cameraman was leaving, and they needed someone, and luckily he hit me up just in time. And
did you have experience with this sort of camera work or not really?
No, I had no real experience with that. I was doing a lot more different stuff when I first started, so coming into it, it was a little nerve-wracking. It was scary the first show, man. I was nervous.
How close do you get to be to them?
I'm up on top of the cage. I'm right there.
So that's a little nerve-wracking because you can get hurt. I mean, there's still a possibility you can get hurt.
Yeah, and it's also just worrying about other things, you know, the equipment and stuff, making sure I'm holding everything, nothing messes up and stuff. But it's fun.
They're bouncing, though. And I understand you have to keep solid when everything's just going.
Yeah, it's very fast paced for sure. The nights go like that, but
how do you keep the camera steady when everything is bouncing?
I'll have it set kind of on a tripod, and if it does get too shaky, I'll take it off real quick and I'll keep it right here.
Like we're bouncing,
and I'll move around because sometimes I have to get those good angles. And
every time I'm in Ringo, I get scared. I'm like, you know what I mean? Because I'm like that close, and like sometimes you're coming up and they're leaving, and you're like,
oh yeah,
I'm gonna get knocked out.
yeah. It's like I said, it's very fast paced.
Well, that's really cool. So where can we watch your footage, like after it goes up?
It'll be on the YouTube page, 559 Fights.
Do you ever post on your social media or not really?
I do post on my social media.
What is your social media?
Lost Boys World with an I instead of a Y.
Well, that's right. And then, so if we ever want to hire you to like video something, you can?
Yeah, most definitely. I do it all.
After knowing that you could do that, I'm probably like, you could do anything. Come in the Shark Tank with me.
Yeah. Go check out the 559 Fights page. Most of their promos and their recaps and stuff like that I usually do for the most part.
Wow, that's really impressive.
Thank you.
And you usually overlay it with sound, or you use original sound?
Oh, no, I'll do music. I'll use a lot of voiceovers from my friend. He's a commentator, Michael, MLH Media. He does the commentating, so I use a lot of his voice over the promos where he's like, "Oh, what a right hand," you know, to add energy to the videos and stuff like that.
What a great team! And then so you got to know how everybody, even the refs and everybody, kind of.
Yeah. Actually, I've gotten to know more recently. I've actually gotten to know the refs, and I've had a few actually come up to me and talk to me. And usually after the fights, I always tell them like, "Hey, good job today, good job," and they seem to enjoy it. So.
That is awesome. Okay, everyone's gonna follow yours, and then we're also following 559 Fights.
Yes.
Right, following all of that. And then if any boxers are interested in the amateur fights, do you know where we go to for that, or just?
For the boxers, it's a little different. Okay. I'm not too sure where they would. There's a lot of shows that they have around here locally, actually. So they can, there's an app called BoxRec if you need called Conquer Club.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Conquer Club. That's where they usually post all, cause I'm a USA boxing, coach.
Really?
So I coach the kids. I coach boxing for the kids.
Wow, you do everything.
Yeah, I try. Well, I'm involved in the fight game, so I do love the fight game. That's why it makes it a lot easier for me to be involved in the MMA world.
How long have you been teaching?
I've been teaching I just got my license this year, but I've been coaching and helping out for a couple years. Yeah.
So now you've seen a lot of crossover of the MMA and the boxing.
Yeah.
I've
seen a couple people who, a couple fighters from 559 Fights fight in amateur shows in boxing. I've actually even seen them fight some of my friends, some of my other boxing teammates and stuff like that. So it's pretty fun. It's pretty cool, man. It shows how small the world is and how small the fighting community is.
Well, where can people go and get the boxing lessons from you then?
We're stationed right now in Delray, California.
How far away is that?
That's between here. It's probably like 20, 30 minutes. It's a little outside of Fresno.
I know it's outside. I was trying to think about like how far. Okay. And so we can still go to your Instagram for that if people are interested in getting boxing lessons from there. Yeah. That's really good. Well, I was really good friends with the Heartbeat boxing people, and they were doing all of that with the kids.
They used to have it right here downtown.
Yeah. So when they left, I don't really know who's doing all that they did. So it's good to know that like somebody can go because I knew a lot of kids that were involved in that.
Oh, yeah. The boxing community is pretty big as well.
So do you have a certain like ring that you do it in, or you go to different ones?
Right now we're kind of setting up we relocated to our spot, so we're just setting up everything. We got the bags and all that set up, and then soon we'll have our ring set up and everything. But for the most part,
It's in Delray.
we train in Delray, and then a lot of times we'll go to the gyms, because a lot of gyms we always rotate and go to other gyms locally and go and spar the other.
Oh, that's cool. So you actually rotate it?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good for the gyms too.
Yeah.
Everyone gets a different experience. Oh my gosh, so cool! And then to get tickets, you guys, how much are the tickets, or where can we get them from?
Tickets are online.
At the fight, but you go to 559 Fights.
Yes, 559 Fights is where
we don't have to go to the
tickets
casino.
online. Yes.
We can just go straight to.
And if you know a fighter that you are, rooting for or anything, you can put their name in the checkbox of who you're, getting the tickets for. That way, you can help them out as well.
Oh, wow. Good to know. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
I can't wait to come see the fights. They had asked me, actually, somebody had texted me about Ring Girl, and I'm out of town, but I was like, I definitely am very interested in this. I can't wait.
Yeah,
I love the casino fights, so yeah.
Let me know. I'll get some good shots of you if you do it.
Okay, now the pressure's on. Thank you so much for coming on my show today.
Thank you for having me.
We can do it right now, turn the lights down. Meet me in the center of the ring for the first round. Throw a left hook, then a right hook. Swinging all night, we ain't done till the bell sound. Let me give you 1, 2, 3, 4. We can have it all. You don't even gotta ask for it. We can do it 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting it all night. We don't even gotta fight for it. 3 knockouts in a row, another 5-5-9 show. There she goes, another TKO. There she goes, another TKO. There she goes, another TKO. Another 5-5-9 show. We can do it right now. 2, 3, 4. We can have it all. We ain't done it over the ring for the first round. We can do it right now. 2, 3, 4. Getting it all night. We don't even got for the bell sound for it. Let me give you 1, 2, 3, 4. We can do it right now, turn the lights down. Meet me in the center of the ring for the first round. Throw a left hook, then a right hook. Swinging all night, we ain't done till the bell sound. Let me give you 1, 2, 3, 4. We can have it all. You don't even gotta ask for it. We can do it 1, 2, 3, 4. Get it all night, we don't even gotta fight for it. 3, 4, 4. 3 knockouts in a row, another 5-5-9 show. There she goes, another TKO. There she goes, another TKO. There she goes, another TKO. Another 5-5-9 show. Another 5-5-9 show. We can do it right now, turn the lights down. Meet me in the center of the ring for the first round. Throw a left hook, then a right hook. Swinging all night, we ain't done till the bell sound. Let me give you 1, 2, 3, 4. We can have it all. You don't even gotta ask for it. We can do it 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting it all night, we don't even gotta fight for it. 3 knockouts in a row, another 5-5-9 show. There she goes, another TKO. There she goes, another TKO. There she goes, another TKO. Another 5-5-9 show. We can do it right now. 2, 3, 4. We can have it all. We ain't done it over the ring for the first round. We can do it right now. 2, 3, 4. Getting it all night. We don't even got for the bell sound for it. Let me give you 1, 2, 3, 4. We can do it right now, turn the lights down. Meet me in the center of the ring for the first round. Throw a left hook, then a right hook. Swinging all night, we ain't done till the bell sound. Let me give you 1, 2, 3, 4. We can have it all. You don't even gotta ask for it. We can do it 1, 2, 3, 4. Get it all night, we don't even gotta fight for it. 3, 4, 4. 3 knockouts in a row, another 5-5-9 show. There she goes, another TKO. There she goes, another TKO. There she goes, another TKO. Another 5-5-9 show. Another 5-5-9 show. We can do it right now, turn the lights down. Meet me in the center of the ring for the first round. Throw a left hook, then a right hook. Swinging all night, we gun to the bell sound. Let me give you 1, 2, 3, 4. We can have it all. You don't even gotta ask for it. We can do it 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting it all night. We don't even gotta fight for it. 3 knockouts in a row, another 5-5-9 show. There she goes, another TKO. There she goes, another TKO. There she goes, another TKO. Another 5-5-9 show. We can do it right now. 2, 3, 4. We can have it all. We ain't gonna for the ring for the first round. We can do it right now. 2, 3, 4. Getting it all night. We don't even got for the bell sound for it. Let me give you 1, 2, 3, 4. We can do it right now, turn the lights down. Meet me in the center of the ring for the first round. Throw a left hook, then a right hook. Swinging all night, we ain't done till the bell sound. Let me give you 1, 2, 3, 4. We can have it all. You don't even gotta ask for it. We can do it 1, 2, 3, 4. Get it all night, we don't even gotta fight for it. 3, 4, 4. 3 knockouts in a row, another 5-5-9 show. There she goes, another TKO. There she goes, another TKO. There she goes, another TKO. Another 5-5-9 show. Another 5-5-9 show. We can do it right now, turn the lights down. Meet me in the center of the ring for the first round. Throw a left hook, then a right hook. Swinging all night, we gun to the bell sound. Let me give you 1, 2, 3, 4. We can have it all. You don't even gotta ask for it. We can do it 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting it all night, we don't even gotta fight for it. 3 knockouts in a row, another 5-5-9 show. There she goes, another TKO. There she goes, another TKO. There she goes, another TKO. Another 5-5-9 show.
Chris, you're back.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going great. So tell us what we got going on.
All right, Fighting Spirit Pro is back October 21st, but this time we're in Fresno. Fresno City Limits, Central East High School. It's a fundraiser for Central East High School. They get half the ticket proceeds for the night. We're bringing out the big stars, former champions, world champions. We're going to have a brand new high stakes champion crowned at that show. It's going to be insane. It's going to be absolutely fun.
Oh, wow. Okay. So tell us how it compares to the last events that you've had.
Well, we were typically doing fundraisers for for Atwater Community Center. Now we're working with the with the high schools and the junior highs. We're having shows there. We're giving the proceeds to the schools. We're also letting them sell their concessions and the shirts and all kinds of stuff. We're bringing the kids into the show, so it's really younged down the atmosphere. So we've gone from teenagers and adults to elementary school kids and their families and that kind of stuff. It's been a blast. We've included some of the mascots. One of the guys is a coach in Delhi, and he actually got in a confrontation with our world champion, Chris Nasty, and they've been fighting it off for months now on social media and doing this whole big old thing. And coming up on Tuesday, Chris has to focus on another talent, and so this is going to be a big match.
So what was the last event that you guys had?
Our last event was Delhi Middle School. We were there about 3 weeks ago, and it was just a typical show for us. 5 or 6 matches. We had a world title match. We had a good night. Had about 350 kids there. It was fantastic. They were going nuts. They loved the guys.
I bet they did.
Yeah, we did meet and greet before the show and during intermission. Kids were getting autographs and taking pictures, and a lot of the FSP stars, really stepped it up, and the kids absolutely love it.
So why is so much going on in October?
Well, we had a couple issues in September and August. We lost a venue in the Bay Area that just closed down on things.
That happens.
Yeah, and then the Salvation Army, we were going to do a show, and they ended up having an election in Tulare County, and we were going to do the show at their venue, and they said nope, we can't do it. And so we moved our September shows.
Didn't that happen before? I thought your location there was an election before.
That's the same. That's the one we talked about.
Atwater?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the same spot. That was like a while ago. Okay, so that was one of the issues.
Yeah, that happens. And just business. We ended up with 3 shows in the month of October. And then we've got 2 in November. That's going to be a blast.
So are they all different people that go now because this is so back to back, or you're getting different crowds?
In fact, we did 2 Friday nights in a row. We were at Waterford High School in Waterford, and we were in Delhi Middle School a week apart. And even though the 2 schools are literally 15 minutes apart from each other, they were completely different kids. It was all the students from each individual schools and their families and that kind of stuff. And yeah, we have a core following. We have, our standard fans. We hope show up to Fresno. They show up in Atwater. They show up all over the place. Our partners in Bakersfield, they go to those shows too, and that's why we try to find the cities we do and the places we do, is so that we can get so many people from so many parts of Fresno. You're stuck in Fresno. The Bay Area is 3 hours away. You've got Los Angeles. It's 3 hours away. But if you go a little closer to the Bay Area, you can pick up Sacramento. That's why we do Atwater. That's why Los Banos was a great school. We did Los Banos High School, and that was a really good showing. We had over 400 kids there, and we had people from the Bay Area, we had people from Sacramento, we had people from Fresno. So it's just constantly building on that, and that's why we're here. I spent 148 hours at the Fresno Fair handing out flyers, talking to people, selling tickets. There was another lucha show there, so I was there infiltrating their locker room and talking to people, and it was fun. But we had our own booth. Big thanks to Blue Shell Gaming and the Big Fresno Fair, because we had a full-time booth there. We had our flyers up, handing out tickets, doing all kinds of stuff. Helped sell some comic books and some stuff for our friends there, and it was a really good time.
Wow,
really good time.
You really maximized your time at the Fresno Fair.
Yeah, we even had an autograph signing. El Divino came and signed some autographs. He's normally on our roster. He would be in our 5-man main event this week, except he tore his leg up. Yeah, he's got.
That sounds painful and terrible.
Yeah, he's got a torn Achilles tendon and a great big old gash on the side of his leg. So we're hoping for him to have a quick recovery, and he'll be back soon.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, so what can we expect a little bit different in these fights than the last ones? Besides, it's like, this is a different time and location.
Yeah, it's going to be a totally different atmosphere, of course.
Yeah.
It's the high school gym at Central High. So
that's a good gym.
Yeah, it's going to be, it's nice. It's a really big one. Yeah. In fact, I was just out there 45 minutes ago, just, helping hang out flyers and talking to people and that kind of stuff. I've got another there in the morning. We're going to get things, set up, and it's going to be great. The school's really behind us, and they're really supportive, and they're trying to, of course, they get the proceeds here too, so they're trying to help out their kids. We've also got some other schools coming up. We're working on trying to get some more Central Unified. We have some friends at Justin Vargas that we're working on getting the ink signed and everything done with them, and it's a great time to be in professional wrestling. There's one big monopoly in this business, and it's not doing so well. It's not treating its fans right. It's all about the money, and so there's still good companies like us out there that are trying to do things for charity, trying to do things for good, and it's not all about the money. WWE is charging $4,000 for tickets on the floor right now. You can come to our show and see even better wrestling for $20.
You can. I mean, the shows that you guys provide are definitely you get more than your money's worth. Mm-hmm. So I definitely have to vouch for that one.
Yeah, you were at the last show. You're at one of the last shows. It was 2.5 hours, and it was match.
Oh yeah, constant entertainment.
It was absolutely entertainment. You're not sitting there watching Roman Reigns take 15 minutes to get to the ring. You're not watching Seth Rollins in his fancy clothes talk so slow. You got people going in there and slapping people and winning matches and earning title shots.
Yeah, so it definitely is good, and it's good that you bring this to Central Valley. So that's why we love supporting it. So that's nice. Who gets that one?
The winner of the Fatal 5-Way. Our main event is going to be a Fatal 5-Way match. 5 local wrestlers from the Central Valley are going to be in a 5-way match for our main event, and the winner is going to take home the High Stakes Championship. This is the High Stakes Championship, previously owned by Adam Buell. Adam Buell was our High Stakes Championship, and he passed away a few years ago from cancer. And so bringing this belt back is a tribute to him. In fact, we've even got him on our side plates here. So it's going to be a real heartfelt moment when we give this belt out.
Anybody that I know?
I can't let that one go. I can tell you that there will be a world title match. And your friend Chris Nasty is still our champion.
Oh, wow.
So he's going to be defending against WWE ID prospect Jack Cartwheel. Jack Cartwheel is amazing. He lives up to his name, literally. He's got several cartwheels in his wrestling repertoire, and he's going to bring it hard to Chris Nasty for our world championship. That's going to be our co-main event along with the Fatal 5-Way. Your friend and mine, Nick... Working Man Ruiz is teaming up with his partner, and the Golden Era are going to be defending the FSP World Tag Team Championships against another tag team, and that's going to be a lot of fun. I think their name is, in fact, they are so new and so fresh to the Valley that I didn't even know their name yet. Live Danger.
Live Danger.
Live Danger, yeah. These guys are gonna challenge Dave and Nick for their tag team titles, and I think it's.
Are they young guys?
Match. Yeah, they're absolutely young guys, and they're local.
Oh wow!
Right?
How fun! Yeah. Well, that should be really exciting.
Yeah, I've got the images. I'll get you guys for the show.
All right, so now there's 2. They're back to back, but they're different people at each match, so it'll be like a whole new experience every time.
Yes, exactly. That's the whole point. You never know what you're going to get at a Fighting Spirit show. We've always got luchadors showing up and making challenges and getting matches. We've already got 5 matches scheduled, and who else knows what else can happen. It's this Tuesday, Central High School East. It's in their main gym. Doors open at 6. Show is at 7. It's going to be awesome.
What's the capacity on that you guys can have? I bet you could have a lot of people there.
We're hoping to get a couple thousand people there.
I was going to say that.
If we could get 2,000 people in that building, we're all going to be happy. Going to be a lot of satisfied fans leaving there that night, and it can definitely hold it. I know the school can use the money, and so can we. So
well, every place that you have it, you always have to add more and more chairs.
Yeah, exactly.
There was always always filled.
Yeah. We were scrambling after the last show because we were expecting 300 and we got 350. We had to find places to put those butts in those seats.
So, what if you have like 3,000 people come? Right. We might be screwed.
Well, the good thing is the gym, they've got bleachers, so we can just make everybody squeeze together.
That's funny.
Yep.
And then are the winners going to come and wrestle on Everything Sparkle?
Oh, that would be fun. That would be really fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah, swinging chairs. I mean, how sturdy is this floor? Do you think it would do it? Think it could handle it?
Everyone's saying, no, not here, not here.
Yeah, we're working on doing a lot more shows here in the Valley specifically, but it's also Fresno.
And so everybody of all ages can come to these things?
100%. Everybody of all ages.
Because I know your kids are always kind of working it.
Oh, yeah. It's a family business for me. My daughters would be at the door taking tickets and checking tickets and that kind of stuff. The school's handling the concessions, so they get all that. My wife's going to be selling T-shirts. We have our new Fighting Spirit Pro T-shirts, which will be on sale. You can find them at fightingspiritpro.com or at Chris Daniel FSP on all the major social media platforms. They're $30 a piece plus a couple bucks for shipping. If you're local in the Valley, just hit me up on Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is, and I'll run a few out to you. And
the wrestlers, are they good about taking photos with the kids 100%, and doing all that?
Yeah, the meet and greet is from 6 to 7 when the doors open.
Okay, so if you guys want to come for that, it has to be early.
Exactly.
They're doing that. Okay.
Yes, from 6 to 7 is a meet and greet. All the wrestlers will be out there signing autographs.
Not all of them. Not your surprise guys.
Well, no, they'll be there that night.
But they're not going to be signing autographs
for you. No.
I know, but they're not going to be out there in the meet and greet, though.
That's true. Some of them might. Yeah. That's how they want to make their announcement. That's how they want to be seen.
Okay.
Still got to sell their T-shirts, even though they're a surprise.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Right? So yeah, like I said, it's going to be a really good match. Former FSP world champion is in competition. So you never know where Alpha Zoe is going to fall on that card. You never know when he's going to take another shot back at that title. You know, we've had 2 champions since our reinvention, and it's Alpha Zoe and Chris Nasty, and you never know when that rivalry will kick back up to.
Oh my goodness, the suspense. And then we can all follow you because you're really great at putting all of this information out for all of us.
Oh, absolutely.
So where do we follow you?
All my social medias, fightingspiritpro.com is our main website. You can find me at Chris Daniel FSP on Facebook or Instagram. Fighting Spirit Pro FSP Reborn on Instagram is our official home for FSP. You can get tickets on the website. You can get the t-shirts, all the information. And yeah, I practically live on that social media these days. It's funny because I really dislike social media, but it's a fun part of the job.
To do this, yeah, right? You have to be on it. And
now this is the fun part. I actually enjoy this part of it.
Yeah,
I really do. I had a
fun.
blast at the fair, talking to so many people. I went to school like literally feet away from the fair, so I was running into people I went to high school with. I was running into people the kids of the people I went to high school with, and all kinds of people.
What's that like? I bet they want to bring their kids to the show.
Oh, that was great.
How does that work out?
Well, no, actually, I had one former coach at Roosevelt High School actually bought a pair of tickets to bring his kids to the show at Central.
Yeah,
I've been working for a very long time to get Fresno Unified on board. And they have this kind of stigma with professional wrestling.
I think that's a problem.
I'm still trying to fight that. And it sucks because the media keeps making it worse for us. Makes it harder and harder. Every time the WWE does something stupid, every time their owner is arrested for molesting someone, or just the stupid stuff that goes on there, then you've got things like that happen down in SoCal, you know, with celebrity sons getting in trouble and all that kind of stuff. It's just a stain on the business that we're working really, really hard to change. That's why we're doing this stuff with the schools. We've got some other fun stuff that the kids are absolutely going to love coming up in the future, and we just got to keep it positive.
It's an experience.
Keep it family friendly.
Once people go there, they'll realize how awesome
There's
it
nothing
is.
like
But it's
a
one of
live
those
show.
things that it's like, you can't even really describe it, really.
Yeah, exactly.
So they just got to give it a chance. But I'm glad that they're letting you do it at Central, so that'll help. And then, then the word will get around.
And
it's
we're
great.
hoping that's the whole point. That's what we're hoping. We want the other schools to see this. We want the other schools to get jealous. They're like, hey, Central High had 2,000 people at a wrestling show and made $20,000 for their football department. Yeah, Roosevelt's going to want in on that, and then McLean's going to want in on that.
For their football department.
Well, we're doing the whole sports department, so that's where the proceeds go. But yeah, we put 2,000 people in that place. That's $20,000.
That's awesome. Well, see, there's motivation. That's
right? Exactly. That's the whole point.
That's a great idea. I'm so glad you're moving it more here. I mean, I liked the place in Atwater, but it is good that we're getting
we'll
more.
Be back in Atwater. We're not abandoning our home. That's still home to us. People keep asking, when you're going back to Atwater? When you're going back to Atwater? It's like, we've got to do a little good first. We've got to pay it. We've got to pay it forward.
Well, I do like it here because you can get more people in here. That was the difference. Atwater was a little bit small for everything you're trying to do. Yeah,
right?
A few hundred people packed that place.
Yeah, exactly. And so hopefully it'll be a few thousand tonight, or on Tuesday.
On Tuesday. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. Everybody get your tickets. You know where to get your tickets. And this is a man, so come on out.
FightingSpiritPro.com.
Felt right in the moment, felt right in the summertime. It felt right drinking cherry wine with you. I just wanted to own it, just wanted to take the time, learn all the things that I could about you. Now it's such a mess here, oh, we are just stressed here. Used to be so easy with you. Now I must confess here, oh, I must confess, dear, don't think I'm in love with you. Winter is coming and I don't know what to do, and there's no more use in running, no more running to you. And I don't want your loving, I don't want to be just friends, knowing all this time we were playing pretend.
It's a mystery.
Hi, I'm Sparkle Sujin, and I am the host of the Everything Sparkle Show. I would like to invite you to come and hang out with me every Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, as I interview the world one guest at a time. Everything Sparkle is available on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and CMAC.tv. Plus, if you're in the Central California area, you can watch on Comcast Xfinity Channel 93 or AT&T Uverse Channel 99. Hope to see you there.
Fresno, Clovis, and Visalia. The Halloween party is on at PartyWorks. The stores are bulging with the scariest props and decorations. Bring home a life-size animated monster sure to creep out your guests at prices that are terrifying the competition. Shop early for the best selection.
PartyWorks, let's go to PartyWorks.
Go to party-works.com for this week's savings.